Is your to-do list 10 miles long? And every day that goes by, every week that goes by, every month or year that goes by, you look back at what your to-do list had on it and you realize, I really didn't touch it. I've been there. It's painful. We shouldn't have to go through it. Just last week, I was planning on it. Just last week, I had a launch for my program, Pinterest for Podcasters. And the day before the launch was scheduled to start, I almost pushed it off because I didn't feel ready. But when we have a plan, when we have a calendar, when we set due dates, when we tell our accountability partners, our families, our support team members, when we're going to be doing things, and when we backwards engineer appropriately, then we can keep on going. So I didn't end up postponing my launch. I went through it. I got everything done. And it was partially due to the fact that I had put it out there that it was happening, and it was partially because I had set the plan into action and I wanted to stick with it. But today, I want to show you how I backwards engineer my plan and my daily routine and how you can do the same. Now, I need you to know before I show you what this looks like. Number one, everything is subject to change at any time. We've seen that in 2020. So don't get frustrated when things don't happen as you plan for them. In any given day, things don't happen as I plan for it to happen. I mean, I am on this video right now with bare necessity makeup, right? I planned on this live, but I didn't plan on being completely white faced, right? So you just got to go with the flow, make the best out of everything, and keep moving forward. Persistence is key. Actually, I'm going to get to the point in just one moment, but I was watching church last week, and the pastor who was preaching said, God's job is the promise, your job is the persistence. What I'm going to show you today is really going to help with the persistence, okay? So step number one that I want you to do is I want you to have a plan for the year. Now, this is my launch calendar, okay? Maybe you don't have a launch calendar, but I want you to pick no more than 4 major milestones that you want to work toward this year. The reason why I have my launch calendar set up is I am in I'm in a program where I'm being taught how to launch my membership group. I want to do it amazing this year. It's launching at the end of October, and it will be launching at the end of October for every year forward. But I need to know what to do to backwards engineer it. In this program, I also learned that you should have no more than 4 big launches a year. Well, if I'm going to do that, I need to know when they are, how to space them out, and I don't want to overwhelm my list or my followers. So by laying it all out in advance, and right now, again, subject to change, but right now I have it laid out through 2023. This is going to help me backwards engineer anything that I commit to in the future, including any affiliate launches that I'm a part of, right? So first step is the big plan. The next step is I want you to have a notebook or a document on your computer where you write down your purposeful prioritized actions, or they might be called big rocks. This is not an ordinary to-do list. I personally was one who used to have to-do lists, or I would even call them get stuff, although it wasn't stuff. I don't want to respect your kids. Get stuff done lists. And I heard one day from God, I talk to God all the time, I didn't put you on this planet, in this body, give you your life to get stuff done. Again, I'm respecting your children's ears. I don't need to teach them any 4-letter words. He said, I put you there for prioritized purposeful actions. Rename the list, reprioritize the list. So things like checking my email, engaging on social media, all the little mundane tasks that I know are going to get done every single day have no place on this list. Just recently, and I'm a pen and paper person, I bought a new notebook, small thing, right? And I write down my big rocks right here. every day that I think of a new big rock, that is something that's going to help me work toward getting stuff done for the launch calendar or for my launch schedule, it goes in this book. Okay, so that's step 2. I want you to have a big rocks or purposeful prioritized action list that you keep track of all those big activities on. And I don't want it to be part of your regular calendar. I don't want it distracting you all the time, because what happens when it's distracting you all the time is that at any point during the day, you're going to see something and you're going to think, oh, I need to switch what I'm working on and go work on that instead. No, no. And that leads me to the third step of backwards engineering. Every single day, I want you to pick your good, better, best goals. The good is the one action that you're going to take today that helps you proceed to the next level or will help you reach the next level. This is something that only you can do. Maybe it's something right now that you or a team member can do, but because you don't have a team member to do it, you have to do it. But it's super important. Again, checking your email is not on this list. I want you to have a good, a better, and a best. So the good is one item, the better is that first item plus one more, and the best is the good, the better, and then add on one more activity, right? One more task. Please do not make the good, better, best projects. I'm talking about singular activities. So if you're working on your homepage of your website, the website as a whole is not good. Okay? Your homepage or your about page would be a great activity for your good. Now, for better, you could say, okay, I'm going to do my homepage and my about page. That's 2. And then good, better, best, homepage, about page, and I don't know, contact page. I'm just giving you an example, but break it down into smaller tasks. So again, we have your overall calendar. We're going to break it down into your big rocks. You're going to choose your good, better, best. So that's step 3. And then step 4 is I want you to look at your whole week as a whole and start time blocking. Now, this one is about to be revised because this is what I was trying to work off of for the summer months or while my kids were at home. And I don't like the word trying, but with all of them home, some days I did a lot better than other days. I'm reworking my daily schedule. But I know that when I time block, and I also have this in Google Calendar, when I time block, I know what I'm supposed to be doing and when. And I'm going to set up reminders in my phone. This is what you should be working on right now. This prevents me, actually, I'll back up a second. When I don't time block my time, I often get to the point where I'm just sitting there wondering what I'm supposed to be doing. This is going to prevent that. And how I'm going to be doing this in the future is I actually have a Google spreadsheet where I have time blocked the whole week. And every night I'm going to be laying out what I'm doing in each time block the next day. I learned this, by the way, from one of my clients. My clients teach me just as much as I teach them. And my client, Kristen Maneri, was showing me how for 3+ years, she has time blocked every single day. She tells herself how long something is going to take, and she tells herself exactly when she's going to do it. And that's the type of modeling that I'm going to be putting into my new weekly schedule. So, and I actually am calling it, I have my next level tracker where I track habits that I want to do. I'm going to call this my next level weekly schedule because I know that when I stick to my time blocking, then I can complete my purposeful prioritized actions or my big rocks, and I can reach my goals on my launch calendar. So I'm going to go over these one more time. I want you to develop your calendar for the next year. No more than 4 big milestones that you want to reach in the next year. I want you to start a list of your big rocks or your purposeful prioritized actions that you need to take to reach those milestones. And then every single day from here on out, I want you to choose your good, better, best goals. These are the 3 things that you want to get done today. Don't stop until you reach good, okay? And then the 4th is time block. make sure that you give time to every single one of those activities. I think that I don't think I know, after I clean up my next level weekly time blocking calendar, I'm going to share that. So if you would like to have access to that, just leave a comment down below saying I want it. There's no Facebook Messenger or YouTube Messenger set up for that right now, but I'll contact you and I'll send it to you. It's really important that you know, though, before you get this, that you're going to see that I only have, I don't know, I have about 6 hours, I think 6.5 hours in there for sleep. I am the type of person who, after 6 hours of sleep, starts tossing and turning. And the next 2 hours, if I try to force myself to sleep, because all of the experts say, 6 to 8 hours, so I go for the more, the sleep quality is not good. When you're blocking your week, you need to make sure that you're giving yourself adequate sleep, because what happens is, if you're not accounting for self-care, if you're not accounting for time for you, for time for your family, for time for game or play, then you're going to be fried all the time. So that's why I only want you to choose 3 activities: the good, better, best. All right. So, again, if you want access to an example of my weekly schedule after I get it all cleaned up, just leave a I want it down below in the comments. And I will be back on Wednesday for another session of Work Smarter, Not Harder Wednesdays. So make sure to turn on notifications so that you find out when I go live. But with all this said, best wishes to you for this week ahead. I know that there's so many people who are sending their kids back to school or are just starting virtual learning again this week. So best wishes to you. Keep your patience. Remember to breathe. And with all that said, go forth and make it a positive and a productive day.